So let's talk about the drama dealing with Aquaman Lost Kingdom. I'll be very quick with it. So there's been test screening coming out that people have been walking out because of the death of Mara and Aquaman's baby. So Amber Heard character and Jason Momoa character. And I'm sitting there like, that's in the comics. What's the problem? I think it's just a biggest problem I think everybody's having is Amber Heard. Look, if she's in the film, let her be in the film. Just let the film come out and let it be in its entirety. Because again, it might be good, and then again, it may not. I just want the film to not be messed with. That's the problem. DC, Warner Brothers, James Gunn, and company, Davis, stop messing with these films. Let these films come out in their entirety. Just let the film come out. Stop chopping it up and stop trying to put things. Just let the film be what it is, and end it. Because you could have a good film in your hands, and then people will go see it. That's the problem. You look at The Flash, that film was chopped the fuck up. That film has went through so much hell, and you can look at the film and say that it's not third, but the third act, you could tell there was multiple scenes, multiple things done for that third act. And it became an abomination because it was good, the first act, but just wasn't my cup of tea because they're doing a Flashpoint storyline that was just half-assed storyline, I like to call it. Not the Flashpoint, the half point, I call it. And it was just terrible. This Aquaman Lost Kingdom, just follow the storyline. If it's following anything, just let James Wan does what James Wan does best. He's a good director. So it's a lot of things. Like I'm kind of over it with the whole drama with DC, and I'm also kind of over with DC in general. But I'm not. I'm a huge DC fan, but I'm just over the film division, and I'm almost also over the anime division. But we'll talk about that in another video. I'll leave it alone for right now. So yeah, just drama, and then rumors are coming out that Jason Momoa wanted Amber Heard fired. Yeah, there were stories of that years. And this is going back before the whole Johnny Depp case. They just didn't get along. And Amber, to me, just is not a likable person. It's just not. And after that whole trial, you could tell Amber Heard is just, or Amber Turd. I still remember the guy was like, they said online, Amber Turd. The way he said it too, I was like, yo, man. I think he put an emphasis on that shit. Johnny was laughing. It's my thing with this whole situation is let it be done, move away from it, let Jason Momoa go be Lobo, let him do something, because if not, the man's gonna go to Marvel, and Marvel's gonna use the hell out of him properly. So just do something. And honestly, let's not even talk about Marvel. Marvel's in the shit creek too. So yeah. So I'm over the drama. I'm over it. Just let the film come out in its entirety. Let James Wan film come out. Even James Wan said, I don't know what the film's going to be. That's sad. The man who directed the film doesn't know what the film is going to be. It's also sad this is a film that made $1 billion. How a film that made $1 billion. No one thought Aquaman was going to make $1 billion. Hell, we thought Wonder Woman was going to make $1 billion over Aquaman. But Aquaman made $1 billion. And years later, the sequel is not even going to come close to $500 million. That's sad. That's so sad. But, you know, like I said, the studio's dead anyway. Warner Brothers Discovery is dead. It's a dead brand. It's a dead studio. DC's a dead brand too, but Warner Brothers Discovery is a dead studio. I believe they will be sold off next year. I don't know who will buy them. I see them buying more assets than buying the company itself, because there's no way in hell that I would buy all of that. Like literally, no. If I was a studio, I'd be like, no. Amazon, like, well, here's Warner, but we'll take DC. We'll take Harry Potter. We can't take both because they cost close to $5 billion. But that's the only way they'll get rid of some of that debt. That's the only way, because nobody's gonna buy out that whole company. There's no way and deal with all that debt. They won't. They're not that. The studios today don't have the money. I do see studios buying out properties, IPs, but I don't see them buying out, quote unquote, Warner Brothers, because that's a lot of debt to collect. Disney's can't do it. And if people are like, oh, Disney's going to do it. No, Disney don't have the money. Apple is looking at buying Disney, so they don't want to dealing with Warner Brothers. And Amazon, Amazon and Apple are probably the two companies that will buy and probably clean up half of their debt. But if I was Amazon, I'd buy IPs. And that's it. So, but as always, guys, like, subscribe, peace. I want to talk about this. I haven't really talked about it in a while. So, yeah, my outro will end it for you.